legislators and demanded that Illinois reject fracking and the dangers that come with it. We are turning in just over 1,400 comments today to the IDNR office, and we thank you guys for having us here. It's so great to work with you. Natalie, you want to talk about SAFE?
Southern Illinoisans Against Fracturing Our Environment. I've been fighting fracking now for well over 4 years. I can tell you what, I'm getting tired of it. And what do I want? I want to ban fracking now.
Ban fracking now!
So SAFE is coming up here. We're hand delivering 87 signatures to the SAFE comment about the deficiencies in Woolsey's application. They're not small deficiencies. They're deficiencies with regards to water withdrawal, with regards to casing, with regards to radioactivity. And we're really concerned down in Southern Illinois that IDNR and the powers that be are not listening to people in Southern Illinois and Central Illinois. We are scared for our public safety and for our health. We are scared for our children and their future and what we're leaving them when the obvious answer is right above us. There's a great big sun shining in my eyes right now. I can hardly see any of you for the squinting I am doing. So I really, really would hope that the state and the government would hear our pleas and move us to clean energy.
Yeah. Whitney, I'm also on the SAFE Steering Committee and also a member of the Illinois Green Party. And one of the things that I focused on is the danger of radiation. Wherever fracking takes place in the shale layer, you're also encountering radium, uranium, radon, other radioactive elements, and it's brought to the surface. And I just have a real short recommendation for you. Just go and do I don't like Google, but do a search. You will use your favorite search engine and plug in North Dakota fracking and radiation. And you can add Duke University study if you want to look at that. It's just appalling. It's not being reported in the mainstream media, but it's absolutely ridiculous. There are hundreds of sites that are being contaminated with radioactivity. Southern Illinois is in the top 10% of most radioactive shale layer. So the danger is even worse in Southern Illinois. And one of the things I focused on in my comment is if you look at the Woolsey application, right, they're supposed to have a strategy for testing, for safe containment, for safety, and for disposal of radioactive waste. And if you look at their application, they have a plan for testing and nothing else. It's like, so they're going to test for radioactivity, and then if they find it, they don't say what they're going to do. I mean, it's absolutely absurd. And that's just one of the many, many reasons. You got the seismicity danger, the threat to our water, the fact that most casings eventually crack, and you're doing that in an earthquake zone. You have the fact that the injection wells are also going to be right there in White County, not too far from the New Madrid Fault and the Wabash seismic area. So there are all kinds of reasons, and then of course there's a number one reason: we've got to stop burning fossil fuels in general. Right? There's a planetary crisis going on, and this is contributing to it. So for all of these reasons, you know, we're here to say, yes, reject the Woolsey application, but we need to go further than that. We need to ban fracking. We need to move on to a ban. Let's join New York. Let's join Maryland. Let's join Vermont, the other states that are ahead of the curve and are doing the right thing. Illinois needs to do the right thing as well. Thank you.
That came out of retirement to help fight against fracking. We have filed, on behalf of SAFE and Southern landowners in Southern Illinois, we have filed a lawsuit challenging the DNR fracking regulations and the fracking statute. Yes. We have also included a claim that it violates our right to a healthful environment, and that lawsuit is proceeding. We are also helping with the challenge to this first application for a fracking permit in Illinois. We have a teleconference this afternoon with the hearing officer. That hearing is going forward on Wednesday. It looks like we're doing what we can to try to stop or slow down that process.
Get closer to the mic. Hold it right up.
I've been researching the fracking issue for quite some time now, ever since Tabitha brought it to my attention. And I could sit here for hours talking about all the problems. the ones that I want to mention today are climate change. We know that fossil fuels contribute to that. I just heard Bill McKibben, the founder of 350.org, say that we've moved beyond needing to leave 80% of the fossil fuels in the ground. We need to leave them all in the ground if we want to stem the tide. And also, I have discovered that the fracking statute and regulations suffer from another problem. They authorize IDNR and an oil operator to actually frack under people's lands and take their mineral rights without actually giving them notice that they were doing it. So there's a lot of problems with the statute, and so I want to close by thanking you all again for being here. Thank you.
Can you hear me? My name's Chris Cruza. I'm from the Sierra Club group in Metro East. It's called the ISI Palisades Group. We are working on solarizing, I said solarizing, every place we can in our county. We have a program called bulk solar. We encourage all jurisdictions to work towards a bulk solar because that makes solar affordable, okay, and it helps, of course, reduce carbon emissions. Another thing we want to bring out about fracking. We've been working with several groups in Madison County, including folks from Highland and from our area in the Metro East, and we are determined to see fracking not even get started in the state of Illinois. This is the time to stop it. There's a lot better things to do than to frack gas from our geology. What we're promoting is solar. Put your hands up to the left. The sun rises in the east. Everybody, hands up to the left. And then it goes across the sky to the west. It generates solar energy. Guess what? Solar energy is free.
Okay.
Natural gas from fracking is not. And the other thing that we haven't heard the word methane. Methane comes out of the fracking process and it generates twice as much CO2 in the atmosphere than just generation from coal power plants. So thank you, and we are happy to provide you with 1,774 signed petitions, and we hope that IDNR takes our concerns and our comments and turns down any permits for fracking in the state that may come their way. Thank you.